Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakach Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. That's what these lessons are for. Alright, this is a response video to a video posted 3 days ago on the Apostle Tahar, his page, GMS Declaring the End. And it's titled Give Me Your Feedback. Now, as soon as I saw the video and I saw this individual who goes by the hip-hop title Mixed Miyagi, I saw the hair, and of course I saw his complexion, and the first person I thought about was Troy Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? Was Troy Polamalu. I believe he's an Israelite as well. The difference is his people of the Japhetic, well, he's an Israelite that came out of the land of Japhet. His father, so on and so forth, is from the land of Japhet. Okay? He's like Samoan or something like that, but I believe he's definitely an Israelite. But this is not about Polamalu. This is about, this guy here, Mixed Miyagi. Now, after watching his YouTube channel, which I'm going to switch over to his YouTube channel. Let me do this. Let me do that like so.
I'm what you call a big.
Okay, we're gonna go right to his page, and this is when I realized that this kid, he was an Israelite from Vietnam, because you see he got the box braids like Jake over here, and he's...
It's from Vietnam, look. Để tôi dắt anh đi về quê tôi, tụi mình đi khám phá cùng nhau.
There you go. You see that he's kicking bars in the Vietnamese language, man. All right. Now, after seeing that, I thought of this movie here, The Five Bloods, which it came out in 2020. It was a Spike Lee production. He directed it, and this is a brief synopsis of the movie. It says 4 African American veterans battle the forces of man and nature when they return to Vietnam, looking for the remains of their fallen squad leader and the gold fortune he helped them hide. Okay? Which this is a damn good movie. There's a lot of good actors. You see Chadwick Boseman. He's in the spiritual world now. Delroy Lindo, Jonathan Mayers, and other other good actors are in this movie. And like I said, it's a damn good movie. But it showed you, how Jake was over there in the Nam, which this person here, I'm not sure if he knows his father or not, but to be in Vietnam and looking the way he does, I know he perhaps have dealt with some adversity. But when that talent started showing, them heathens wanted to claim him as theirs. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the tennis player. What's her name? I forget her name. This tennis player, man. What's this girl's name, man? What's her name, man? Damn. Here's what I do. There you go. Boom. Naomi Osaka. Her name didn't even pop up right here, but Naomi Osaka. That's who I was thinking about. You see what I'm saying? How, when her father is a Haitian person, a Levite. Okay, a Levite man, and her mother is I believe she's Thai or something like that, or Japanese, and he got with her, and it was a thing to where the Asian side of the family, they distanced themselves from, they shut him out, they they casted him out, so on and so forth. They looked at her her mother as an outcast. They didn't want nothing to do with the baby. But then after, time progressed and her talent started showing, now all of a sudden they want to claim that, so on and so forth. No, it don't work like that, man. Okay? Those Israelite traits, that talent, that salt, like when you look down in these comments, which I didn't make a comment, I figured I was going to do a lesson on it. One brother, what he said, future King GMS, Shalom, Apostle Tahar Khan, he got salt, which means what? He got flavor. He does everything that Jake does, and that's the truth, man. So he's a Jake, and that's the same situation that a lot of Israelites are in, to this day. They're in them foreign lands. Perhaps they're war babies, or Jake be going on vacation, get with a woman, something like that, and they have a baby unknowingly, and or maybe they do know. Leave the baby over there, and that's how Jake, if it's a male child, that's how the Israelite seed gets spread out there, man. So definitely mixed Miyagi, he's definitely an Israelite. I believe he's definitely an Israelite. And I got two scriptures. This is the book of Isaiah, the 11th chapter. The whole chapter is good, but I'm going right to the point. As a matter of fact, I start Isaiah 11 and 10. It reads, "And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse," which Jesse, was David's father, and David was Solomon's father, which we know Solomon was Yahushua. But it's pretty much showing you that this is the line to where Yahushua came from, man. This Judite line, man, this royal line. Not only did King David come from this line, but Yahushua also came from this line. All right, it says, "And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people, and it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious." And shit, even now, because we were once Gentiles, we seek into it now. So that's happening even at this time. But when those Israelite foreigners come back to the fold, it's going to happen in its entirety. The scriptures speak about the fullness thereof, man. And it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time." Now the first time was in Egypt, "to recover the remnant of his people." Another word for remnant is the remaining. All right, "which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Petros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea." So guess what? You have Israelites that are scattered throughout these different nations, and they're gonna come back to the fold, man. They're definitely gonna come back to the fold, and they're gonna be reunited with their king. Okay, when I say their kin, I mean other Israelites, obviously, because this is a thing where the Lord is going to bring back all Israelites, to the fold, man. It says, "And he shall set up an ensign," or sign. It says, "for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." So it said the outcasts of Israel, meaning what? The 10 tribes. Then it says Judah, going into Judah, Benjamin, Levi. So all Israel together is going to come back. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And we're going to be one big happy family, so to speak. Okay? And the Lord is in the process of doing that right now. That's why you have brothers throughout the four corners of the earth coming back from the different tribes. Some brothers, look like the heathen nations, even so, man. And they're coming back to the fold, So this is Isaiah 60 and 5. "Then shalt thou see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee." Now what's a convert known as? A convert is known as a proselyte. Going back to the time of Paul, when he was teaching, you had a lot of proselytes, a lot of people, or a lot of Israelites, I should say, that were dealing with the Roman, or Greek and Roman customs, so on and so forth, and they converted, into being Israelites. But the only way they could have converted into being Israelites was that they had to come from the seed of Jacob anyway. Meaning that what? That they were Gentiles. But guess what? When they came into the truth of Yahweh Shai, they put aside those Gentile ways and regained their nationality. Okay? You see that? So that's what's going to happen. It says, because the abundance of the sea is talking about people. Okay, nations and tongues. All right. It says, shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentile, the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. All right, meaning what? The riches of the Gentiles. So guess what? We are gonna be amazed at how many Israelite foreigners are gonna come up out of these different nations, man, and they're gonna come back to the fold and be healed with this word, man. Okay, that's why when you read in Revelation the 7th chapter about that mixed multitude, man. Let me go there. See, the 144,000. This is what we all hoping to be of that number, man. All right. There we go. Revelation 7 and 9. And this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. So those are the saints. But guess what? They were of every different nation. They looked like the different nations, but they were Israelites. Okay, because their father, somewhere in their family tree, their father was an Israelite. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Somewhere in their family tree, one of their great grandmothers got with an Israelite, and that's how they were formed. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Even in David's family line, you read about Obed and Ruth. Matter of fact, I think Obed. It tells you about Obed and Ruth. I can even tell you about. There it is. And Salmon begat Boaz of Rechab, and Boaz begat Obed of Ruth. Okay? And Obed begat Jesse. You see what I'm saying? So it goes to show you, and this woman Ruth, there's a book named Ruth, you know what I'm saying? This woman was a Moabite woman. You see what I'm saying? It goes to show you that Israel was getting with these women of the other nations, but being that your father's an Israelite, that's what makes you an Israelite, Hey, so there's a lot of Israelite foreigners. Like I said, Mix Miyagi is definitely an Israelite. Lord will, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.